Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but the truck is running in the background. Got it running about 20 minutes ago, and at that time it was pretty much dark outside yet, so here we are. It's hopefully last day of canola harvest if all goes well, and we had a contract go to Bungy, so Peter and I each took a load yesterday, and today we're taking another load. Goal always is to try to get that load taken in, or the loads taken in early, so that by the time we get back, hopefully it's time to combine, but hopefully we don't slow the combines down, because trucks are kind of needed for both, so it's time to roll. Good morning. It was pretty neat coming to Bungy. It's pretty, I'm gonna say pretty high tech. This little magic card here is my ticket to everything. So when we come into the probe area, there's a scanner that reads that card. There's two guys inside that probe the truck, and then I give my ticket. There's to who the checks get made out to, yada yada, contracts, that kind of thing. And meanwhile, the card is tell them which truck it belongs to. So that's kind of fun. Now that as it scans through, now we're going to go over the scales, and the card is going to scan at the scales. It's going to scan in the pit, and this card together with the computers are going to tell me everything what to do. So that's kind of fun. I mean, I always like visiting with people, so it's a little bit of a downer that way, but on the flip side, it's kind of also neat because it's just neat what technology has done. So we've now been scanned in. So get the green light there, we'll be good to go. I'm a little bit over. So all I got to do is now wait for my printed receipt, which there it is. And we are good to head home. Okay, that's it. We are fired up today. Again, hoping. Nothing is for certain, but we're hoping that today is final canola day. So we are supposed to be getting, or we're, according to the weather stations, it's looking like it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day here today. It's supposed to get 29 degrees Celsius, which if we were in the middle of July would be a beautiful normal day, but now that we're well into fall, it's a little unseasonal, but we're gonna enjoy it. So that is what we're dealing with for weather today. not a cloud in the sky. There is talk of possible showers coming up, but that's a long ways away, and who knows whether they can get anything right. So talk a little bit about the field we're on here today. This field that we're on is our most northerly field on the farm. I'm gonna say, I think it was the last field of canola we seeded, mostly because it was actually so wet in spring we were having a hard time doing it. It got seeded into 2 different varieties, and so we're hoping to see some differences there also, or if not, that's even better, and that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing. Peter apparently is busy hauling wheat, so that's exciting. We got the 2 loads of canola in this morning, so Kendall, I think, is going to come back and drive truck, and Dylan's in the cart. So see how the day goes.
Good day. Well, we're back at it. Another beautiful sunny day, nice breeze, and we're switching things up here a bit. We got some grain to haul to the elevator. So Peter's hauling to the elevator, and I'm gonna split our Super Bs and haul with these 2 trucks to the yard. On the right height. Perfect. All right, we got Dylan in the training. We're switching things up a little bit. Dylan's running the cart. Figured it was time that he could learn that one too. And Daryl and Archer in the combine, so looks like I got my first load.
Again, talking about this field of canola, I don't know if you're a new follower, you won't know this, but for those that have been kind of keeping up the speed with our farm, this is probably one of the last, it was the last field of canola that I sprayed with fungicide, and this is the one that I think I was just aghast at how tall it was. The canola was the height, or with touching the bottom of the sprayer the whole time we were spraying it, so that was really kind of cool. It is, as you're going to see when we're combining here, this is really big plant on this field. Whether the plant size is going to mean that it's bigger yielding than the rest, that time will tell. But in the beginning here, we're just going, and it's actually cutting pretty good today. This field was sprayed with just straight glyphosate, whereas the other ones were done with Reglone, but still combining very, very nicely. It's a sunny day today, like I was saying, so that's going to should make combining a little easier here as well. So, okay, so we are well on our way in this field, and better get that thing plugged in. iPad's getting low on power, but what I was going to show you on here is getting the map. We're moving right along. It is hard for me to see so far the difference in the 2 varieties. I truly expected to see a difference between these 2, and I am not. So everything that we've been noticing here today while we're going is, and you're not going to see it from here, but these plants are leaning a lot more than anything else we've been in, and there's just more weight here, and you can't actually see ground from this cab at all anywhere really, except for the couple spots where there is literally no canola because they've drowned out. So again, this field had a bit more water, and that's why the drowned out holes. And we're thinking that that little bit of extra water is going to cause for some extra yield here in this field.
Well, we are over half done this field. I'm guessing down to roughly 70 acres. And they keep chugging along. And then canola will be done. So hopefully they can keep going the way they are. It's coming in good. It's thrashing a bit tough. I'm not even sure how fast they're going, but I'm guessing in that 2.5 to 3 mile an hour. But yeah, no, it's going good. I'm just trying to I have to figure out bin storage, what we're doing here, because Peter's busy hauling grain right now. Yet I need to have 2 loads ready for tomorrow. We got 2 more loads of canola heading out in the morning. We were hoping to have both Super Bs full. We got to the point where we figured out how many acres are left, how many bushels should be left in the field, and I got Peter to stop haul into the elevator, and we're loading up Super Bs because we think exactly what's left should be exactly 2 Super Bs remaining. So they're just filling that one up. That truck is just about full, and I gotta connect the Super Bs now. So then in the morning we'll rip these trucks away and get ready to do beans, hopefully. So we don't disconnect our Super Bs very often, but when I did now, I noticed that my this 5th wheel plate is actually getting pretty dry, and I got some metal on metal there, so maybe it was a good thing, and I'll grease it up and should turn nicer and won't wreck my 5th wheel. You get your hired man to do the landing gear. Can you teach me?
I only remember 3 of them.
Make sure your kingpin is
Before you hook up, make sure this was
locked.
greased
Make sure
up.
I greased it.
There's no cracks in the kingpin apron. Make sure the pin is not worn out. You back up, hook onto it, do a tug test. That's one of your criticals. Make sure there's no daylight between the semi and the fifth wheel plate. And make sure your locking bolts are in.
I think we're good.
And make sure your jaws are in. That's
Fresh grease on the fifth wheel is always good. All right, Dylan, what you gonna do?
when I come for you.
Combines have the up and down are on right now, right there, and then they got one more up and down, so 3 up and downs left, and then Canola is in the books. Well, we are done Canola. That is an awesome feeling. Down to beans. And typically we combine our beans in end of September, October-ish. And we're the middle of September, so that is awesome. Daryl and Arch are busy. They're out there. And the combines are busy blowing them off, getting them all cleaned up. That way the stuff that we need to do those headers tomorrow, they're not working on a whole bunch of overly dusty headers. Well, he's gonna load me up and that's gonna be a day. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Love hearing your comments. Don't be afraid to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Have a good one.